As usual, we're gonna hot boy this one. So now we're recording, and this is episode 9 of Paisa Life Podcast. What is Paisa Life? Let's address that this episode. Let's start off so we can describe the episode because this is a little bit of a different one this week. Pretty much, we couldn't get in our usual duo of guests. I mean, a host, and we just reached out because we just got our brand new three mic setup. Well, I should say multi mic because now we can plug in six mics at once. So meaning six people. I don't know if we're gonna get to six people, but I feel like a conversation of two, three, maybe four people. Is a good length conversation. But yeah. So Paisa Life is pretty much a lifestyle. Because it's not designated to any specific person of any specific type of being. As long as you hear the word Paisa and you're like, yo, I feel like I might could be that. It's for you, you know. Or if you're curious about anybody that's like, oh, that person looks multiculti, I wonder what they're about. 9 out of 10 times there's some sort of uh, how do I say, they're descendants of Central South America or maybe Mexico, and we usually happen to all sort of look a little alike. They can tell we're a little different, but they're just like, yeah, they're just different little Mexicos. That's the way they see it. You know. But yeah, so again, you could be born here. We're not restricted to legal statuses. No sexual genders. You can self-identify as whatever. The way I see it is if Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Jenner or whoever the guy is or who does he
Whoever he is now.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. If he can self-identify as a woman, I feel like I have the ability to label myself Native American, right? Because again, you haven't been here the last couple of podcasts, but
Mhm.
one thing I've been pulling up on people with is I pull up on them and be like, "Yo, try to guess what's my race,"
Uh-huh.
and then they look at me. And then once I explain to them the Latino and the Hispanic are names of people from certain places,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, those aren't races. Those are just names for people from places. So they stop and think about it. And they're like, oh shit. So I'm like, so what are you? And then and then I pull my hair back, and I'm like, your ponytail, feather, denim jacket.
Yeah.
Like how we looking?
Yeah.
Like is it fair? Is it just? Like I feel again like I feel that people are able to self-identify in transgender sort of ways. I feel like I can self-identify, my own race, right? I'm guessing.
Well, I mean,
It's
but it's true.
right.
It's true. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
true.
it
You
sucks
are
that I have to
a
point it
native.
out,
Yeah.
but
You're a native of the Americas. I don't think people like really think of it like that. They think of Native Americans and just feather and all that shit.
Yeah,
Turkey
There
Day and
is
all that.
South and North America
Yeah,
as
there's
well. It's
well,
not,
I mean, even if you think about Puerto Rico, like the they
yeah,
are Native Americans
brown
too,
folks, yeah.
because they're part of the Americas, and they're the native people from there. So,
You look at what the people look like pre-Columbus.
yeah,
Then,
yeah.
you get brown folk.
Yeah.
Again, we are the only race that isn't told what we are, because we don't have a name. But again,
They even try to tell you you're not even a thing anymore. Like y'all don't even exist anymore. What are you talking
you're
about?
from out of this planet.
Yeah, what
You're
are you
an
talking about?
illegal
Yeah.
alien.
Yeah, well, not even no.
You're
well,
from
like
out
I
of
mean,
this planet.
certain cultures or certain indigenous peoples, they're said to like not even exist anymore. Like certain Indians, like yeah, they don't like like they died out or whatever. But like nah, there's definitely descendants of those people. There's definitely descendants of those people still, like present today.
Yeah, like for example, right here in the area, the most recent Native American tribes that I can come up with are the Wappingers people,
Hmm.
which were here pre-Columbus. They're the ones that encountered the settlers that first came. That's why the whole Wappingers Falls has those sort of names. That's why all these lands around here have sort of Native American
Yes,
sounding names because that's where they stole them from.
Yeah.
So and then you look at those Wapages people, and it's like, oh shit, it's one of those Mexicans with long hair, and and like the furry animal for clothes, and it's like
Like you're
it
foreigner.
sucks that we gotta point it out, but then they're like, yo, get out of our country, you know. So it's like, how do you call that game?
Taxes.
That gambling game where you put the ball into little cups and then you shuffle them around.
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever that game is called,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you did that with me and some Native Americans, like you have to guess, be like, which one's the way back?
Oh,
Like, they wouldn't be
switch
able
them
to figure out
around.
which one is which, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I guarantee you, there's a 60% chance they get it wrong, you know. But that's what it is, you know. So, one reason I want to point out that this is a different type of episode, besides the fact that it's 9 already, and it's just crazy how we've been able to keep going. Again, this one isn't also released; it's going into the archives. So I'm just putting in some sort of queue list, because again, SoundCloud only allows you to put up 3 hours worth of audio content a month for free on your account. So being a little lazy on creating that second account, Paisa Life 2, you know. Well, once we get that up, we'll upload, the second episodes there, So in case we get caught up, with, not being able to record a new episode, we'll have one just in the catalog, So
Back
that's
up.
cool. So I got my man Ella here, he's been out here before,
I
you
sent
know.
in a couple of these.
Got my man Joey out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, anybody that's a paisa is more than welcome to come through and again just chop it up. It's just, we chop we chop the shit. Or how do they say it? How do white
Shoot the
people say
shit.
it? Shoot the shit.
Shoot
There
the
you go.
shit.
There you go. See, as a paisa, it's hard to remember those little puns. It is weird when you pull shit off like that around white people because they look at you like, oh, look at this fucking asshole. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Billy, you heard
What does
him?
that even mean?
Billy, you heard him? I know. Again, I don't know.
Shoot the shit.
But white people
Let's
say
go
it,
shoot the shit.
I want to make them feel comfortable, so I be like, come on, bro, let's shoot the shit,
Shoot the shit, bruh.
you know?
Pal.
Nah, but white people love it when you're ethically you. They just eat that shit up, just gobble it up. I don't know why.
Like when they see you eating a taco or something.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you fucking love that shit.
Yeah, of course,
He's
of course.
loving that.
Of course, that's why I try to embrace me, again, because we don't have no representation, bro. Like, we look on TV, there's nobody that looks like us on TV. We look on the media, we look on the ads. There's not people that look like us. Again,
Yeah.
my pet peeve last week was, how Univision and Televisa make production, stuff for Paisa audience, Latino audience, Hispanic audience, Spanish speaking audience, whatever you want to call it. But no brown people are represented in the roles, Like if there's a brown person in the roles, it's the help. Doña Maria, or Chonita, or, just the little lady that makes you help make the tamales and shit.
But you know what what the issue with that is? Like, you know why that they do that is because it's I mean, it's just a skewed perception of beauty. I think they just fucking.
They make us worship the oppressor.
Well, yeah. Well, there's that. There's this common idea of what beautiful is, or what like beautiful people are, and usually they're light skinned with lighter eyes or blue or green eyes or whatever it be.
Yeah,
And so
'cause
they make you they glorify it. It's glorified. So
Oh, yeah.
they want everything to be beautiful. So
The image
that's
of a
they
white
do.
person is supposed to be beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Angel.
I mean, it's not
Angel
cool.
letter,
Like glorifying the
Yeah.
upper class almost, and
Yeah.
it's geared towards that.
Again,
You
your
base it
your
off of
oppressor is put on a pedestal, so when you look up at it, you don't think of revolting up against it, because
Yeah.
you wouldn't revolt against God.
Yeah. Well,
But-
it doesn't help you either. It doesn't really lift you up. That you can't identify with it, so it's hard for it to have an impact on you. I guess I don't know. It's difficult. So but it would behoove them to do something like scrap that and have characters and people that their audience could identify with. 'Cause, I mean, people dig that. People, you know.
Yeah. And then that's why we have these type of conversations, because we just again gather up, shoot the shit, and,
Shoot the
and then just discuss all these sort of things of how we also have our take on just crazy shit people think of, and listen to us, yo. We're kind of interesting, You like looking at us, you like eating our food. Interact with us once in a while. Once we've broken the language barrier, which we obviously have to overcome for you accommodate to you white people,
Yeah.
and then we're golden. Because again, like we were mentioning, I have my compadres. They're my compadres' parents live in a place where the landlord is, also the employer. You know, so this guy has a lot of land in the town nearby, and my man has handmade Trump signs. So they just say Trump, like they don't even say vote for Trump, or there's no real political signs.
Yeah.
They're just a red plywood, and then just white letters Trump. It was like I see you went out of your way to make a statement. You know, you're expressing yourself. That's cool. But it's funny how this dude makes his money from Paisa labor.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it was hilarious. And then we were talking with my comadre. She was like, yeah, she was like, I told my dad, like it's a little ironic for him, don't you think? He's like, maybe he just had that man. It's like, yo, I don't know, you probably realize, I happen to be brown.
Yeah.
But it's cool. At the end of the day, that's who votes for Trump. He who is willing to exploit the brown man's labor, for his own personal gains. But again, that's cool. That's cool. That's why this whole Paisa Life thing, it's just again a community thing. We gotta pull up on people like, yo, you benefiting from us, share with us, contribute with us, help us empower us. We don't got a
So
problem. We don't got a problem with the way things are. Just incorporate us more
show
into.
appreciation.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, like I like to talk about this all the time. We provide labor, we cook all the food, we clean everything, we build everything. Like it's only a matter of fact before everything we do is Paisa, operated. You know. Again, somehow I have a feeling there's gonna be some sort of Paisa computer that's gonna do all the work of a regular
Oh,
computer
shit.
for like a third of the price, and it ain't gonna be Chinese. They're not gonna see it coming. It's gonna hit them from the left side. They won't know what hit them. They won't know what hit them.
What would the program be?
I don't
What would
even.
it be
I
called?
don't, I don't even know. Just be like, yo, do this for me. Like, alright. Got you.
That's it.
No,
You
don't
got
go
it.
away. Hate that. That boy. And then when you talk to me like, hey, wait, it'll wake up and be like, and then it'll do like the Mexican whistle. Like, and then once you actually give it the command, it'll to confirm that it understood the command. It'll do that.
That's what you listen.
And then that's all you really need to know.
Okay.
Once they can recognize you nodding and like gestures and shit like that, them phones is really gonna be creepy because they're really gonna be looking at you. Because right now they're looking at you, but they're not really looking at you.
They're not paying attention.
I mean, they're always paying attention. Always, always. Like I mentioned last time, every time I try to post anything politically, with my political opinion on it on Facebook, somehow I always end up in an error page. I mean, it's cool. I just dropped it overall because what's the point of just keep going to the message page? It's alright, man. I got
They
the pod.
trying to censor you?
I got the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they do. I think it just triggers words to this, like, oh, this guy,
Mhm.
just don't let him post. I don't think it's that personal, but now I feel like I need a place to talk my shit. So that's how we out here. Paisa Life,
Place
feel
to
me?
air it out.
It ain't a thing. It's a lifestyle. You know?
Air it out. Air it out.
Yeah, because again, it happens to us every day. Like you shared last time, bro. Like people really pull up on you just if you look some sort of shade of brown. They be like, hey, yo, Paco.
Yeah, nah.
Look at your Paco, do this
That
for
shit
me,
don't-
yo, do
don't
that,
fly.
do that.
Nah,
And then sometimes I wonder how much Filipinos get that, because like I've touched on Filipinos looking paisas and me putting them both. I'm like,
oh,
no
yeah,
way.
yeah,
And then they'll just be like, what is this Mexican saying to me?
yeah. Like, you right.
I've gotten that multiple times. I always get confused with Filipino,
Right? Like, hey, yo.
Cuban,
Yeah.
sometimes
but-
Puerto Rican, Mexican,
Yeah, we don't have a race. If we had a race, it'd be like, oh yeah, brown. That's
Native
simple.
American.
Yeah, again, that's the nearest thing we can relate to.
I get Iranian.
That's why my hot take, my wild opinion is that paisas are the second coming of the Native American. Native American 2.0. Because we're mutts of everything, but we self-identify more as natives because that's how we've been portrayed our whole lives. So why not embrace our the shit we've been shunned for, and then just come through flex on them, cause that's what we do, you know what I mean?
Flexing.
Like for example, it feels so good doing paisa labor towards like I put up on people's houses, and they ask me like, yo, how do I make this flyer? Just like let them know, come and be like, yo, I touch up here, do this, do that. You don't really need to do much. Because they'll tell you all the crazy ideas, like, oh, I want to knock down this wall, I want to HGTV everything, and then this talk about, they're all talking about just contractors and just huge numbers in construction costs. And I'm like, yo, let's bring it down. Let me just touch up that wall. You got some stains. I got you. Let's just dust up a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Start a baby steps.
Then we go from there. Oh, you need me to hang up some heavy stuff. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, you got a TV that needs to be hung up. Oh, don't just hang it up, man. Get an arm. Get a mount shit. I help them order the swing arm. So now anywhere they're sitting in the living room, they got a TV that's gonna extend out. And swivel whichever which way. Cause I think that's popping. And they got home theater. They don't know how to turn on. I hook them up. With which receiver to get. How to hook the whole thing up. And it's all consulting services, bro. I be in there. We got cleaning services. We got everything. It's that Paisa life. You go in there
We out there doing everything.
and you try to upsell everything. You try to upsell every single thing. Like if you get a soda, be like, yo, let me get some ice. Yo, let me get you that cup. Let me get you that cup. I got a cup right here. You know. Yeah, that's why I want to get Paisa Life stickers. Because once we get the stickers, bang everywhere, bang everywhere. Just start hitting it up. Because right now, obviously, it's all word of mouth. Because we're not really pushing it too hard. Because again, I wanted to be word of mouth. Like it felt good the other day. I was at work, and then I seen one of my mans from a long time ago. Cause I'm out here, dust mopping, more about, and then I'm coming near where the cash register is at, and there's no customers, ringing up, and then I'm pulling up, and I'm like, yo, that look like my man Roberto, and then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, it just look like him. I keep going, and then I turn back around, and I see my man looking at me. He's like, Bugs, I'm like, yeah, yo, what's going on? And, we finished paying, pull us aside, start chopping it off. And then he's leaving, he's like, oh, yeah, yo. They do that Paisa Life thing, right? I'm like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I heard a couple ones, this is hilarious. I was like, oh,
Oh, that's lit.
yeah. I was like, oh, shit,
Lit.
cool. And that's in the town over, like, at like 3 in the morning. So it was dope. And I'm like, yo, let's do these. And again, this is another reason why this is a different type of episode, because now that we can do 3 mics and, we can get a little more into it, I want to start expanding on the whole Paisa life thing, because regardless of views, how far we're really getting out there, I really just want to establish the foundation of just being able to do podcasts. Because again, like I tell people, oh, I gotta listen to the first one. It's like, no, if you haven't heard the first one, it's alright. Just listen to the newest one. Because again, all of this is just new content. At the end of the day, it's not super important that you listen to it. But again, if you're just passing time while you work it, it's like perfect pastime, because you're part of a conversation about things that that you into. Because like I was explaining to my cuñado yesterday, like, yo, I don't listen to music at all. Then I pulled up my podcast app, and I showed him just like, I got the one about cars, I got the one about immigration law, I got the one about finance, I got the one about just home theater shit, just everything, cameras, some shit about film. But everything, whatever it is you're interested in, like fucking economics and, there's a bunch of that Radio Lab stuff, all the NPR shit,
Yeah.
It's just like, and then I go from there to blasting some Dipset and then some corridos, and, it's the that blend of thing we are is, it's weird, like we don't know how to describe it, but, again, I'm just calling it a paisa, because again, it used to be, I feel like an endearing, like, not an endearing word, but like be a word of belittlement, I guess. Like you used to call someone you look down upon a paisa. Like, oh, mira, ese paisita. Like, oh, just look down on them because they, they're indigenous looking. Like I don't fly with that shit. It's like I want to get rid of that idea, because that's just a horrible way to look at your own people. Because again, then there's a lot of us. And I don't want to shame, Peruvians, nothing like that. I mean, other people. But once certain people get papers, it's like they really turn their back on their people. Like, oh, my name ya no es Alex. My name is Alexis. You know, like they'll really switch up on you like that quick. Even if the accent is thick, they'll switch it up on you. I remember I was at the laundromat like maybe a year and a half ago, and then Peruvian lady had two kids. They're out there, just running around. She's doing, her laundry. And then once they start, I guess, rolling around the floor, she calls him out by name, and she's like, "Hey, Liam, Scarlett, para eso." And I'm like, And
Liam?
yeah, yeah.
Liam.
And I'm looking at these kids, and I'm looking at her, and
There's no way that's Liam.
I'm like, why? In my head, I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm gonna let you cook, 'cause you do what you want to do. None of my business. But I would like to know why. I'm seeing them pointing it out.
Do you think is it because we want to, or
I mean,
certain people want to be
I guess it's a way of
to
blending in, just so when they see your name on the list, it's like they don't like,
they want to be like the
Z
white
does not have
people?
some papers. This is not George Zimmerman, 'cause that's how George Zimmerman got away. He had a crazy sounding name, passed off as white somehow, and somehow the white people love him.
So they're basically trying to assimilate with the white people.
Yeah, yo, I heard that this dude George Zimmerman got beat up by a white supremacist that supposedly pulled up on him because he was a nigga lover. And then
Wow.
George Zimmerman tried to say to him, "Nah, fams, I'm one of y'all." I actually shot one. I got away with it. Like, it was all over the news. I don't know if you heard about it.
Wow.
And my man really just put a beating on him because he thought
He did it anyway?
he was he was, I mean, supposedly.
Oh,
Again,
thanks, man.
one thing we like to point out is that we have zero facts.
Oh, yeah, nah.
And we're just handing out opinions. So,
Yeah, nah, I
I
don't
mean, now that we have a 6-person setup, potential 6-person setup, we can also, I want to incorporate in here like maybe a little tablet, get a little soundboard popping, again, a fact checker, we established that a fact checker is gonna be just homeboy on Wikipedia, and just with brew in hand, L in hand, hopefully, and then just making sure that all the wild stuff we're popping is somehow true, hopefully. You know,
Somehow.
again, that's only if facts matter to you. If not, keep being a freeloader, keep enjoying this for free, because again, we do put time towards this, but just listen. That's all we really ask for. At some point, if it becomes important, cool. If not, cool anyways.
That's also true.
That's why I want to make more podcasts. That's why from from the Paisa Life main podcast, I want to sort of branch out. Because yesterday I was talking with my cuñado. I showed him the setup. He's like, "Yo, this is pretty popping." Because there's mad wires all around, and you got all the all the levels stuff on the mixer. Change audio levels and shit. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm just moving knobs around. But it's cool, we can plug in a soundboard in there, more mics, and I'm explaining the whole thing to him, and then he starts talking about how he, on his delivery runs, he just bumps into people and just has like actual 20, 30, 40-minute conversations on like certain topics here there, but for some reason the things he's into and the people he happens to run into are like sonideros. So they'll have like a 20, 30-minute conversations about sonidos and cumbias and shit like that. And it's like, that's interesting to people. And then, again, playing on the whole Paisa Life thing, I was like, yo, how come you just don't podcast it? I don't think I've ever heard of a sonidero podcast. And I'm like, I got to get like right here in front of us. It's funny, we're talking about having cool conversation in front of gear that I actually sort of designed to record cool conversations. So he was like, he really thought about it, and he usually doesn't think about stuff that I say because it's usually crazy sounding. And who would want to trust me all the time, But it's again, it's he was like, hey, let's talk about it. So again, maybe potential sonidero podcast in the works, maybe because I would love to be on that, not so much that I'm a sonido expert or nothing like that, but I love the technical side of stuff, like because a sonido shows up with a truck worth of gear, like humongous speakers and boxes of everything, and like it's a whole thing because they got lights, they got stands, they got so many things that come with being a sonido. Because a sonido is not it's not like a DJ, because DJs can be just guy on laptop, playlists, sort of stuff, but a sonido, they come through with their whole kit. Talking about I'm bringing all my subs. Talking about the bass in there is gonna be bonkers. Like we're gonna have glass looking like Jello. That's what everybody aims for. Dun, 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 dun. That's is that not the recipe for Jello looking glass?
You gotta
So.
feel that shit in your chest.
Oh hell yeah! It changes
Gotta
the
rattle
beat. It changes the beat of your heart. Literally.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, but that's again that's a subset of the Paisa life. Again, me, I've always thought about doing a hustle anything show. Talking about, oh, you don't want to work for somebody. You don't want a regular job. How do you become self-employed? How do you start businesses? It's all. I'm gonna start every single episode by it's hard. Don't do it. If you don't got the time or the willpower, don't do it.
Yeah,
If you
if
don't,
you're not gonna put effort into it, then don't do it.
if you're not willing to commit into being poor for a long, long, long time,
If
a
you,
really long time,
if you're not okay with a lot of failure, then don't
yeah,
do it.
yeah, because at some point it gets easy. At some point it gets easy. But again, you got to make sure you not are either good at it or you like doing it. Either or, because it grows into the other one. At some point. Because like I like to tell people, I got my camera, and I originally bought it because I wanted to record video, which is obviously my one thing that I like because representing visuals is a dope idea to me.
Yeah.
Like, you grab a little box, it records things that are happening in front of it, and then if you happen to put it in certain ways, with some music behind it, you can sort of make people think certain things are happening. So that's appealing. Plus, seeing all dope movies throughout time. Like, think about it. If you counted up all the movies you've seen up to now that you thought were cool movies, think about how much fun the person that his job is to make sure that that movie is a thing. I know it's stressful, but I'm guarantee you that it's work well earned because I'm sure they're getting paid good. And
It's a satisfying feeling.
yeah, at some point you see something you may get put out there like that. Like if you help make a movie, bro. Because like those, if you look at the credits are monstrous for every movie, bro. It's like hundreds and hundreds of names. It's like those credits are ridiculous. Yo, if any of your bros got a phone around here, just back it up a little bit.
They got a what?
Phone. Yeah, we got again this we got an analog setup here, so it we're not digital up there. The budget doesn't has not permitted it yet, but we out here anyways. Again, we hot boy this because that's all we do. The hot boy. That's I want that to be my quote for everything. The hot boy. Because that's all we do. That's all we do. But yeah, let's see. We talked about the new type of podcast, Sonideros. We got a lot of other Paisa stuff too. We can talk, maybe sports, because a lot of leagues. I know a lot of Paisas would love to talk about Chivas. A lot of Paisas would love to talk about America. How about an America podcast? A Chivas podcast? Mexican League podcast? Who knows? All soccer podcasts. I guarantee you get 3 soccer people in the room. Like they dork out about soccer. Like they do that. They do that.
It happens. It does happen.
Any type of dorkism, once you get a certain amount of group together, like it just happens. Like for example, whenever you get stoners at like 6, 7 in the morning, like somehow they're always getting breakfast sandwiches, one way or another. Whether it's McGriddles, whether it's actually pulling up at the deli, whatever it is, you at the home cooking something, like you're toasting your bread, you're making eggs, and somehow you're gonna push it together. It's just some people do certain things, man. Yeah, but that's what's another thing I want to touch on? Oh yeah, we gotta make the Cinco de Mayo in September hashtag a thing, cause September is coming up in like 2 weeks, which means summer is almost over. Have I mentioned to you Cinco de Mayo in September?
No, I'm not familiar with
Yes.
No,
just,
no,
I'm just reminding everybody how, as a Mexican, I find it a little. I don't want to say disrespectful because I ain't no bitch, but but like it concerns me to know that white people say, "Oh, Happy Independence Day to you," on Cinco de Mayo to me. Like I get it, you mean well,
Yeah.
I understand. I'm not taking it, harshly. It's just, you're just lucky that I'm a Poblano, so thank you. So it's okay for me. I'm a Poblano. I can take that in.
But the assumption.
But yeah, but just think about all the other Mexicans that are not Poblanos. They're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm not Poblano. Especially the ones they know they're not from Puebla. They're like, ugh. Because everybody else looks at everybody from Puebla like, ugh, fucking nacos. Ugh. Again, because we're more brown, all of those norteños, the más alto and güerito que estés, you know, and the more cowboyed out you are, the more they seem to appreciate you. Feel me? The big, I guess the bigger the horse or some shit like that, the bigger the belt buckle. They,
Word?
they do shit like that, right? I don't know. I'm assuming, but
I think
yeah. When I see the norteños around here, I see the hats, I see the boots. It's like it's cool. Like I mentioned on the podcast before, some of those dudes flex because they really rocking $300, $400, $500 boots.
yeah.
Boots on some
Yeah, the custom,
on some
custom.
quality material. Talking about raw gator. Talking about raw avestruz. This one dude got married full avestruz suit. Full avestruz. Yo, my man was like just the fabric was like 3 stacks. And I'm like, I see, bro. And then my man had like the other type of, he had gator boots. But his shit was matching. I mean, his shit was dope. Again, it was a flex. Different people flex different ways. Paisa Life, the flex spectrum. You know, again, we cover all sides of that spectrum. We live it. Again, we try to stunt whichever which way, however we can. That's why we relate a lot with black people because we like flamboyant stuff. Once we actually get it, we like to make sure people know we get it.
We got
I
it.
mean, again, it's all a part of being a minority because it all stems down to the real problem is being poor, poverty. Poverty is what keeps people ignorant. Because again, you can't even afford to eat well.
Yeah.
If you don't eat good, you can't feel good.
Yeah.
You
And,
can't function well
yeah, and
either.
then if you start off like that, you're bound to fail. You're bound to fail. And then again, we come into the system, and again, way better than the third world. I appreciate all the GMO shit. Keep the chemicals coming. It's cool. We out here eating, but it'd be cool if you don't put them on my baby shit. You know, what I mean? Like let my babies grow homegrown for real, for real.
Yeah.
But again, because again, as an adult and as a dad, again, Paisa Life, dad. That's the segment we do. It's you really become self-aware that you gotta give up everything for your kids at any given time. Like the reason why we were a little late on starting the podcast right now was because I was upstairs removing a splinter from the foot of my 6-year-old baby, and she was scared because she seen me put up with tweezers and like little scissors and shit like that and like needles. And she was like, "Are you gonna cut a piece of my body?" I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not gonna cut a piece of your body, no.
She always sees you. She always sees you working and
I'm like-
fixing stuff. So she probably
like-
thought she about to have
She's
surgery
like,
right now.
I'm like, no, no, no. I don't gotta cut your body. No, no. I just might gotta snip a little bit around the skin around where the thing is at, it's just a little snip,
That sounds like a another interesting topic.
right? Again, this is a 6-year-old, and then we're obviously getting into it, and shit, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go get this because again, I can again not do it, walk away, but that's gonna stay there. You're gonna wake up and it's still there. You're gonna walk downstairs, it's gonna be there. You're gonna go to the bathroom, it's there. So it's either it hurts a little bit now, and you'll be all right later, or I walk away now, which is better for me because I do less work. But you're not better off. And she's like, okay, okay, all right. Just make sure it don't hurt. Just don't cut too much of it. I was like, I'm like, it's just a little around the skin. And then once I actually got
That
it,
shit sounds hilarious.
like the first time I touched the skin, she was like, are you done? Are you done? Is that it? Is that it? I'm like, no, I gotta just like work around it. She's like, oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And then like every time I was about to do something, she would start screaming before I would do anything. So I'm like, I can't do this if you're gonna, pretend it's hurting. You gotta let me know when it really hurts. Don't be girl that cried wolf.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, 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 okay. And then the moment I felt it with the tweezers that it was there, she started like, So I just grabbed it and zoom, and just pulled it right out. So then we looked at it. We might have pointed certain finger on our hands at it, telling it to go away. We don't want to see you any of those again, those splinters. Because ever since my kids are little, I tell them, if there's something you don't like, tell it you don't like it. Like falling off the chair, you're like, stupid chair, don't make me fall off anymore. So you grow up telling yourself, the stupid chair makes me fall off. So once you get to the chair, it's like, alright, let me not fuck around, and then the chair don't drop me. You know? And then that's with everything. They look at the stairs, they look down, they're like, that goes down. And then like, I can't get that. But he'll go up. My son will go up the stairs now, and it's crazy because he has to find the right balance. But when he finds it, it's like little Spider-Man, just. And I'm like, oh damn. I'm like, he's mobile. Fuck. Because again, once kids are mobile, man, it's a whole nother ballgame. Like you gotta chase after them.
And you gotta keep up with them.
Yeah, I mean, again, if if you're involved Paisa dad, you're in shape because you're working and you're parenting. No matter how much greasy shit you eat, you're in alright sort of shape. Because again, you can eat 12 tacos at the family gathering because it's alright because you're gonna be working for 24 hours straight. you know, you guys get a little barbecue in the backyard. It's alright to sit there and eat for 6 hours straight. You're gonna work for 48 hours. you know. But again, it's a balance of life, and then that's why I live the Paisa Life lifestyle, because again, I enjoy all of it. Like I tell all my clients, is like I wouldn't do this if I didn't love making things, cleaning things, just doing things. I enjoy this. If I hated this, trust me, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't do it. It's just, I get enjoyment out of, you tell me something isn't right, and I'm like, huh, how about we do this? And then, a little sample. They're like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Do not paint a whole wall. They're like, oh, that's just a touch up. They're like, you got little few holes here, there. Instead of coming in, and be like, yeah, let's knock down this wall, let's knock down that wall, and this already started selling you on your own idea of getting into a humongous project, and then I'm like, okay, it's gonna be 6,000 for the kitchen, it's gonna be 3,000 for the towels, you want to get the countertops another two. Do you want to get the stove built into the island, or you want to get it, like this? They'll sell you on everything. But again, I don't want to do that because we all make our money, and we know how hard it is to earn it. That when it goes out the door for something that doesn't have a benefit long term, at least, it's like, because everything that you do has to be with, you know, long game. If it's not making sense right now, you know, let it be worth it long game. Again, sort of return on investment. So, like, if anything comes to a halt, like if tomorrow your life changes 180, how fast could you turn around and just sort of be okay to where it's like nothing happens if you really leave? Because right now, if your life turns a 180, like it really it does that. It makes a 180. It's a harsh turn. So it adds stress to your life, and it's difficult. But if you can make that little bit of a curve, little bit at a time, and whenever there's a point that you can step out at any given time, then it's cool because you help yourself set yourself up to sort of not having to like you save up towards whatever it is you know need to get done with. Like it's like you go to nil if something bad happens to you. You're at zero. You're not anywhere bad. But you gotta prepare for those times that do get bad because, again, for us they're around every corner. every day we step out the crib, it's look over your shoulder. Immigration is there. The police is there. Even if you got papers, police is still behind
The
you.
police is there.
Yeah. Even if you all legit, oh man, you got something hanging from your mirror. You got rosary. That's looking like a $55 ticket, bro.
Talk about that. The people getting in trouble and how that affects their future.
Oh yeah, bro. Cause think again, it brings it to a halt, a screeching halt. I'm not talking about you get to pump your brakes slightly, like your car turns off and it's like you really stop all momentum at like 100 miles an hour, like like you're flipping a car type shit.
Yeah.
You brake so hard you flip the whip. That's how life changing this shit be, bro. And again, that's around the corner all the time. Yeah, this is probably how the Jews felt. Not that I'm comparing myself to no Jews, but it's like I'm out there looking out for the Gestapo though. Feel me? There's people out there asking for the papers. Where are the papers? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't got papers? Oh, let us bring you to these camps we got over here.
Yeah.
Let us hose you down before we register you in there. You know, with this like fire department type hose with the coldest water ever. Just but as they just hose you down. Next. Yeah, it's funny, man. But it's cool though. It's cool. It's cool because you know how many people get employed because of it. Again, just like the DA not recategorizing cannabis as not a Schedule One drug
Yeah.
because it has no medicinal purposes. What?
Yeah, that's outrageous.
What? The reason it has no they say that their argument holds any merit is because they don't allow research because it's a Class One, you know,
Yeah.
controlled substance. You know, like there is the studies, but you guys won't accept them because it's in the Class One. If you guys recategorize it as Class Two or anything else, then all the research is already there, and now you can make it legal. See, and then that's what they don't want. They just want to keep it completely legal for as long as they can. Who knows why? But I guarantee you, Paisa is gonna be picking at them fields. I guarantee we're gonna have sticky icky fingers. I guarantee you gonna see your boy out there in the fields like, yo, let me work these fields though. He's like, let me snatch up a dog real quick here, dog here,
Volunteer.
there.
Niggas volunteering.
Tell you about word. I heard it's non-profit. Word. Yo, let me help. Let me help. I got no. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got that. I got that. I'll take those boxes.
Yeah, no,
Those
I
those
got
bags. Those clippers. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I'll throw them in trash. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just. I had just throw out the garbage. Show me back. You know. Don't mind me if you see me show me my truck. And again, this is here in New York, bro. It's gonna happen. They authorized land in Goshen. That's cool.
That's close.
Man. And I don't even mean it in like the oh we better get high as fuck type shit. Like dudes can grow hemp now. That thing just grows. I think you can get 2 crops per season or some shit like that. Like it grows so fast that you can do 2 yields in like a year. So like in 2 years you can crank out 4 years worth of like stuff.
Huh.
And then you can make that into textiles, papers, you know, ropa and shit. Make them shit into sarapes. Ooh. Ooh.
You think this is gonna change the game?
Hemp sarapes?
Like you think that's gonna nah in terms of like what cotton products and shit like that.
I mean, it could, but again, who knows? We gotta see this shit play out because, like I talk about on here, politicians talk a big game, but they talk a big game. You know, they don't really do nothing. Obama didn't really do much. You know, Bush himself didn't really do much. He just pretty much continued things that were already set up in motion by Clinton, and Clinton only put stuff in motion that was put there by old George Bush. You know, like it's crazy. You know, Reagan and all that shit. Like it's crazy, man. You know, and we just see we see the show, and it's cool. I'll participate. Be like, yeah, you know, Hillary, yeah, you know, woman, feminism, yeah, you know, I rock with it. You know, I'm not against that. I'm not against chicks being cool. I'm not against that. But it's like, you know, like it's literally being waved in front of you as some sort of distraction. It's like, you know, I see it, but it's there. You know, what am I gonna do? You know, just walk away from y'all and be like, no, I don't want to play with you guys no more. You guys don't play fair. You know, nah. You know, you just see it for what it is, and then just try to wake people up as long as along the way. Be like, hey, yo, you realize it's not real, right? And then once you run into another one of those, like, oh yeah, yo, you got that? Yeah, I got that. That's usually how it goes. Cause yesterday we got a bouncy house for our kids. You know, we invited one of her classmates over. You know, just to hang out because there was a bouncy house with like water in it, so it had like a little water slide and shit. It was a little pool. It was cool. And it was a bouncy house, so that shit was dope. And then we invited the classmates over, and then she has 3 older brothers. And then when my wife went to go invite them, you know, the kids were there. And they were like, "Oh, she gets to go play. Okay, cool." They're like, "Yeah, we'll go with you to go drop her off at her friend's house." Okay, yeah. So when they went to go drop them off, the kids were just like in the van, like, "What they got over there? What they got over there?" And then my wife was like, "Yo, just bring them back," because I think it was only one kid that was there. And then they was like, "Hey, just bring the kid back." And then they came through. and these dudes have fun, yo. And then I'm just remembering me at that age, and I'm like, yo, how would I have felt if some like older paisa told me to come to his crib and just hang out at the balcony? I was like, I know that sounds weird, but trust me, I try to do it like in a motivational manner type shit, you know. Because again, we're not represented in the media, you know. We gotta encourage ourselves, you know. We gotta give these little brown babies confidence, you know, confidence to let them be them. Because again, they're gonna want to try to be, you know, blonde Barbie, or you know, or whatever other prescription of or depiction of they see of themselves in the media, you know, which is none, you know. They're gonna try to identify with something that's not them. That's never cool, man. Because again, you're not being yourself, you know. That's why Paisa Life lifestyle. Fuck with it. Share, subscribe, like, do all them things.
Always be yourself.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, just Google Paisa Life, and then whatever comes up, you know, follow that. Like I don't,
Whatever it
I
is.
really don't want to just, I don't want to plug the Facebook.com, whatever, whatever. I'm pretty sure Facebook is Paisa Life NY, some shit like that. Look that up in the search box. Hopefully, you just have to search Paisa Life. But yeah, in Facebook's like people already got the Paisa Life thing, so it's like SoundCloud was cool because it was available. But I guess we gotta make an Instagram. I don't even know. We need somebody to just handle all fucking digital media shit. You know? Don't we know a girl that might could be able to do that? You know, because I heard females are good at that, right? Like managing social medias, right? Like they
They're all about it.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I know they're
Yeah.
about it. I don't know if I'd like want to manage mine though.
I mean, it's not mine. So I'm not saying manage mine. I'm saying manage the Paisa Life one. You know, let's just put up shit. Cause again, we got the Google Drive folder. You know, we got stuff up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still got. Oh, tomorrow I might have some free time, so I might pull up on Paisa. Like, yo, what's a Paisa to you? Cause I'm working on that film. Yo, it's really hard to get footage and then put it into edit and make it like it's a lot of work. It's like right now, I just want to be able to get some sort of footage. So, because again, we want to expand on Paisa Life. Don't also want it just to be the one podcast weekly. You know, let's expand on this. You know, let's see how big it is. You know, let's. I just want people to express themselves. You know, give people platforms to be themselves. Because again, we were never giving empowerment when we were younger. We've always been seeking it. So now we're in a situation where we can influence people by the things we think, the way things we say, the way we are, we carry ourselves, you know. Like we can make an influence, but we gotta want to make it, you know. Like if you don't try to be a good person, then it's not gonna work. Like I said before, you can't want a six pack and eat cheeseburgers at the same time because that's not how it works. It's like you gotta want a six pack and not eat, you know, cheeseburgers and shit like that. You know, because you gotta steer it one way or the other. There's no like in between ground. You know, it's you either do or don't. You know, because I feel like a lot of maybe people are always, you know, like you know, they seem the most in between about everything. It's like maybe
The in
yes,
between
no. You know, it's like
kinda,
yeah, kind of.
sorta.
Yo, you gonna go there this Saturday? Maybe,
Might. I
might,
might. I might.
So it's like you always, you know, it's a no, but then they just throw you way the fuck off when they actually do it. It's like, oh shit, he did say, eh.
There's just no commitment. You
Yeah.
see, it's a fucking it's a cop out, yo, because you just don't commit. But you don't say nah, because you don't want to tell anybody just off jump like, oh yeah, nah, I don't want to go to your thing. It's just like, you know,
Yeah.
it's a cop out. I'll be about that though. It works sometimes.
It's an avoidance mechanism. Avoidance mechanism. I think that's what the word. Again,
Yeah.
I don't know my English too right, so correct me if there's issues. Holla at me for real. But yeah, so yeah, we talked about what Paisa Life is. So hopefully it refresh people's memories or let them know on what Paisa Life itself is. Is there anything that stands out as Paisa Life related that you guys feel like should be noted? Like, what else is Paisa Life besides all the things I mentioned? Obviously, food, tamales, tortas, shit like that. Besides the staples, you know, like things to you guys, you know. Is there anything else? I mean, I always feel like being confused for other people is a thing, you know. It's like people really just confused about you. Like I really want to touch on that a lot, because again, why does that happen to us? Why? It's like what are we? Answers. Why don't we have answers? You know. For me, I want to get more in depth into paisaness. You know. That's why I want to pull up on people, be like, yo, what's a paisa to you? Because to some people, again, this is a derogatory term, and then again, to me, I see more of an endearment. You know, we're just just our countrymen, our companions, our our hustle brothers. Or whatever you want to call it. That's what we are. So yeah, that's pretty much what.
It's basically the bro.
Kind of, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
but again,
if you replace it with instead of bro, what's up, paisa?
like, we're getting the brown version of it. Again, if you relate to it, by all means, do it. Cause I know a lot of light skinned people that are very paisa ish. And again, they're really light skinned, so they can definitely pass off as not being Mexican and being just a regular American,
Regular.
regular
That's an
American.
interesting way to put it.
Yeah, yeah. Because again, an American is
A
someone that is
regular
from
one?
the Americas, but I mean, your stereotypical white person.
Nah, it's almost just like regular. It's almost like, like normal. Like
Yeah.
you could be black, you could be Chinese, you could be Mexican, or you could be normal.
No,
that
exactly.
shit
Yeah,
is
everything
amazing.
yeah. That's exactly how all the race stuff is here in the world, and then that's why us brown people get the worst of it, because it's like this is how it is in society. You have white people having a conversation with black people, and then we try to in the middle, and then they both turn around, look at us, and say, "Shut the fuck up, Mexican. We're talking here. Go to the corner." Like that's exactly how they talk back and be like, "We're talking about racism. We're trying to figure this shit out. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, and they do it publicly. It's like they're it's like a fucking a debate where the people who set it up, the people who are operating everything, are brown folk. But the point of it all is for like this black and white discussion. Meanwhile, it wouldn't even fucking be. It wouldn't even. They wouldn't even be able to do it if it weren't for brown people.
Real racism victims slip through the cracks that way because it's not looked at as because of racism. Because a lot of us have been jumped trying to get robbed because somehow amongst the hoodlum community, people, stick up kid community, the word gets out. Oh, Mexicans get paid on certain days. Go to check cash place. They look out, man. Like they'll see you, like they'll befriend you, and then just pull up on you on a certain day, like, oh, you got your check today, right? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. The moment you walk, the moment you take that one step, boom. Never have. But again, that goes on to the community. That's why every time I hear shit like that, I always think of just like wild fantasies. Like, yo, man, I wish I had like a bulletproof truck. Just pull up on, throw everywhere. I see a paisa, like, just walking, be like, yo, get in there. I ain't trying to see ya walk. I'm about to drive. Oh yeah, everywhere. What's up? Like, yeah, don't put up with this walking shit. Nah, B. I see, I pull up on niggas with bikes like, I see you. Do you? Yeah, cardio. I got you, bro. I got you. Cardio. Yeah, because I'm a big promoter of bikes. I love bikes.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, because it's an amazing mode of transport. Mode of transportation, and yeah, you can get. It's like better walking, mechanical walking, two-wheeled motion instead of two-legged motion. It's it should it should translate okay, because once you get your balance, it's just like normal, just like walking, right? Once you get your
Yeah.
balance, and then you can just take step. As long as the main balance stays the way it is, you alright, no?
Yeah.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, now bike is dope. It keeps you in shape. It's fun. It's I don't know. It's just dope. Yeah, I like biking.
I love the wind in my face, and the thing I love about biking in Newburgh is that there is so much regular crime. I guess to say crime is regular here, sort of.
Yeah.
But
It's a standard thing.
yeah. Like this, like the amount of violence we have is like they're not worried about enforcing dudes with their helmets on, on the street. They're like, oh, okay, this guy's just getting by. Let him get by. Like they worry about other shit. Like I've seen in like other towns where it's like you got homie on the sidewalk with no helmet, and like he'll get pulled up like, "Boo! Where's your helmet, sir? Sir, you do recognize you're in the bike lane without a helmet." that's gonna be a citation,
Yeah, word.
a ticket, or
Fuck that noise. I never wear a helmet.
some way to get
Savage.
squeeze some money out of you. Because again, law enforcement nowadays has gone away from not being policing. Because policing pretty much means they're there to look out for you. Be like, yo, don't do that, man. You gonna get in trouble, man. Don't do that, man. Like, in case shit pops up, they're there to protect people.
Right.
All that shit. But it's come to the point to where it's like there's just people that are out there to make money for the department. That's what it comes down to. One thing I did see that I gotta give credit to, because I love to give credit where credit is due, is this meme that I seen that was like, oh, like look at all this, because I think there's flooding in some certain places of the country right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm hearing like, oh, really, really extreme flooding in certain places, like 100-year flooding, just crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's down south.
Right? Yeah. And then the meme said, uh, "There's no Black Lives Matters here helping nobody out. There's like if you really worry about people, where are all these groups that are protesting about people's rights when people's lives are really in danger? Everyone, like, doesn't matter what you are, who you are. There's a lot of people in danger. And you're gonna really walk around and be like, oh, I'm not gonna help you because you're brown. Oh, you're a Negro. I already picked up a Puerto Rican. Sorry, I only limited to at least one color.
Only one a day.
Yeah. I mean, actually, it's typically one a week, but it's a tragedy. So I'm trying to help. I've donated my $5 to Red Cross. I already text them. That's the way they do it. Because I think they're on rafts, right? Because again, the flood. Yo, I need to get a raft. So if there's ever flooding, I'm trying to be somewhere in the flood with a raft. Yeah.
Just
I,
get a
I want a
chill
big
out.
truck with a raft up top, so in case anything ever goes down, and the truck gotta have a snorkel. It's gotta have a snorkel.
Just get an air mattress, bro.
Ooh, hot boy, real hot
That's how
boy.
you save a bunch of money. Get a fucking air mattress.
Nah, but
put that shit on there,
Craigslist might have a few gems here or there. People.
and you get to meet dangerous new friends.
Yeah, strangers on the internet. That's always sounds like fun. Why not? Just think about it. How do they see it on their end? How crazy are they thinking that you are?
They're probably thinking the same thing
Right?
that you're thinking.
I mean,
Oh,
'cause
this guy's definitely gonna murder me.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
because that's exactly my first thought when I meet anybody from the internet. The first way is, how is the easiest way for me to murder them? In case they want to murder me. In case they want to murder me. Because again, I'm not going to murder you just because I feel...
How murderable is this person?
Exactly. The murderability of the...
murderability of this individual.
Yeah, because again, if it's a person that you feel like you could choke out, you could relax way more than someone
Oh,
that...
absolutely.
You're more than someone that, like, oh shit, like, I might need to stab him several times.
You gotta
in
think
the
about
leg
how you're gonna.
before I can hit him.
There's something to be said about
You
that.
gotta RPG it, you gotta RPG it. Because again, you gotta figure out the situation, figure out how many PP you got for what move, figure out your strategy, all that
If
stuff.
that strategy doesn't work, you
Exactly.
have to back up.
Exactly. You don't know what his weaknesses are. What is he showing us? Like, do ice attacks work on them? Like, what's going on?
And this is all just in case. This
Magic?
is
Do we
only
defeat
if
this with
if they're gonna try to murder you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember one time I was talking. I sold an Xbox and I was talking to dude on the phone, and then on the phone I'm like, I could definitely choke this guy. So I was mad comfortable, like without that, whatever. My man hopped out the whip. My man was in all marine, gear, like army suit shit, like I'm about to go to combat shit. My man was like 6'7". I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't think my knife is big enough to cut this nigga. And I was like, No, obviously bigger than me. I'm gonna have to hold the blade this way. I got the Xbox right here, so if I throw it at him, he tries to catch it. I have a slight moment to cut him here. I'm already thinking all these things, and it's like, all right, pulling up money. Okay, good. He's counting. Okay, okay, cool. Nobody else in the car. All right, I'm looking around, checking behind me. Making sure everything's good.
Nobody's gonna pull up in another car or anything like that.
Because again, even if it's an Xbox, that's $100, man. Sometimes people get desperate for $100. Sometimes people get desperate for $20.
Sometimes people lose their lives over $5.
Often, I guarantee, especially if it's in different currencies, in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, for $5 worth, some people's lives have just been taken just like that. Cause like, okay, bum. That's a fiver on me. But it might be some sort of meal somewhere. Because $5 is usually the standard on some sort of cheap lunch, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can get a meal at
Well,
the
well,
Chino
here in the
spot.
states, because I just found out that the dollar in Mexico is 18 pesos to a dollar, which $5 is almost like $90,
Yeah,
like
that's
90
90.
pesos, bro.
That's 90 pesos.
Bro, that's a two-person meal, bro.
That's
Like
that's
that's you at a good taco spot.
that's lunch and
Good
dinner.
taco spot. Yeah, yeah. Like authentic in Mexico, authentic shit. Like you get the good shit, like the good meat. You know,
Oh,
I mean the one that's not dog meat. I'm talking about actual
that's racist.
beef. I mean, yo, people eat crazy food in the
So
streets, bro.
the one that's not dark meat, that's the good meat.
Oh no, I mean I don't know what
You
color the meat
saying
is, bro. I'm just saying.
the brown meat, dark meat's not good.
I mean, what I mean
That's where the flavor's at,
is
bro.
different colored than me. You know, just
So
animal.
it's obviously wrong.
And no, animal that's not. The stuff we're used to eating. Because how do you know they're not feeding you dog or cat once in a while, bro? Especially like a Chinese spot. Like you
Yeah.
heard the myths, bro. You heard the myths. I've heard people tell me, yeah, like I cook cat at home.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean people cook guinea pig and shit. I heard it.
Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
was
can buy that shit at the store.
Cool, yeah.
Koi.
I heard that dudes had
Yeah.
that white people went crazy because Ecuadorians were grilling cuy in Central Park or one of those parks in the city. So they were grilling guinea pig, and white people went apeshit. They're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? You're grilling guinea pigs!" And then these niggas looking at them like,
Yeah.
yeah. Why wouldn't we want to grill cuy?
Rather just eating
You
fucking
you
kale
want
sandwiches.
you want some, bro? Want some? Like, sprinkle some kale on it,
Yeah, you eat kale
some
sandwiches.
CMT oil, some coconut, how
Guilt-free kale, though.
healthy kale. Yo, you know what the next label is, right? Because you know how organic is that new thing everybody wants to slap on their products.
Hmm.
The next one is gonna be clean food.
Clean.
Clean food. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first. Paisa, like next time you pick up something that's supposed to be organic, the new label is gonna be clean food. Because I think there's some GMO shit that got passed, and people need ways around it. So you can't just nilly willy write something is organic.
Nah,
Towards like people just gonna nilly willy start writing clean to make you think that it's organic. Like they're gonna label like an organic thing, but they're gonna call it clean food.
Wow.
What does that even mean?
Who knows? But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. They're just gonna trick you thinking, oh, it's clean. Yeah, I eat clean food. Yeah, yeah, it's delicious. Yeah, those apples that never that never rot after 2 days being cut. Yeah, that shit blew my mind, bro. The first time I cut an apple and I left it there for more than 30 minutes, I'm like, why is it not getting brown?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? And then it sat there an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, overnight. Came the next day, it still looked like just like I just cut it. I was like, okay, there's something going on here. So I don't know if I should be a bitch and try to get like real organic shit or just fucking take the chemicals and just accept your fate. Because being healthy is expensive. Fucking no wonder why people love being fucking healthy. 'Cause it's just expensive. It's not niggas out there flexing health like I feel good.
Because you can't afford this.
Yeah, my vitamin levels are proper. Yeah, they got all these crazy diets, exercise machines. Yo, white people crazy, man. White people crazy. But again, they are the overlords. So shout out to them. Thank you for having us in the system where we could be equals, sorta maybe. I just want some of the cool stuff y'all got, like home theaters, heated floors in the crib. Yeah, that's a crazy flex, bro. If you can get heated floors in the crib,
Heated driveways. Yeah.
ooh,
That's real.
ooh. Climate controlled, yeah. Like when you got money, yo, the sky's the limit for real. For real, like how big a building you trying to build? Isn't that why Trump's famous? To try to reach the sky, some shit. Not try to make a skyscraper. Who the hell knows? Maybe
be.
not.
Could be.
He might have bought the building. Who knows? But something about putting your name on the tallest shit somewhere. It's
He's always doing some asshole shit anyways.
flagrant. Yeah. You gotta be flagrant, man. I mean, again, isn't that how he makes his money? I guess just being flagrant.
Yeah, I think he just said some flagrant shit recently again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He said,
doesn't he always say when does he not say flagrant stuff?
what did he say? It was about black people, right? It was something about black people. It was real slick though. It almost seemed like like flagrant,
Huh? Huh?
like he's self sabotaging himself. You know, like it got real, and he's like, oh shit, I might actually get this. I need to dead this. So he's like, oh, what do I
like my African American here.
It's like you ain't got nothing going for you anyway, so just vote for me.
That's
or
what it
something
was.
like
Yeah,
that.
he was like, yeah, black people to vote for him because he's like, you know, you guys, you don't have good jobs anyway, and
Oh,
you don't have you live in
it
bad
can't get
neighborhoods.
worse for you.
Exactly.
That
Might
was
as well fuck with
Basically,
him.
that's
Yo,
that was the
basically-
attitude.
because right here in the Paisa Life Podcast, we have our opinions on this election, and I think you've been here. I think you might have heard our take on this, but Joey, I don't think he's heard it, or my man out here in the studio audience, he might have not heard it before.
Hmm.
But this election has come down to the country loving two New York niggas. 'Cause think about it, Hillary got street cred, cause Bill be out in the hood. There's pictures
Yeah.
of Bill out in the hood.
He's in the streets.
Bill's in the
He's
streets.
in the streets.
Bill's in the streets.
Yeah.
Street team. I hear like, yo, give that Hillary vote.
Bill's
Hillary
thorough.
Clinton
Bill's
is
thorough.
a mob
Yeah.
boss. She's
Yo,
untouchable.
again, no charges pressed, but on the FBI, he pulled up on him like, he pulled up
Untouchable.
on the FBI like, yo, no charges, right? Right? No charges? Nah.
So we good? We good?
We good.
We good?
We good.
Damn
Okay,
right, we
okay.
good.
I got my man Bernie Sanders out here pulling steam just hard, just on some dun 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 dun. Like I'm coming for you. I'm gonna take the candidacy. My man just hit the skirt on this dude's campaign. I was like, nah, I got this, bro. Just kiss the ring, and you'd be alright, you know. So man was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to kiss the ring, you know. Fuck with Hillary. And then Trump again, another New York nigga, you know. You got his name out here flying private jets. Know what I mean, eating the Mickey D's on the private jet, you know, on the way to conventions and shit. Fucking this guy's out there. He's talking all the shit white people want to hear. Like, yeah, those Mexicans, yeah, let's get them out of here. Get out of my country, you know. We don't want you building everything and cleaning everything and making all our food and growing the food and cleaning the food and getting it there. And, you know, don't do nothing for us, you know.
Do that.
Yeah, because the more we're not there, bro, oh, white people are gonna suffer. Oh, they're gonna be like, oh, Pedro, I thought it was just mine, the one that was good. They were all good. They were all good. We should have kept them when we had them.
You're also good.
Yeah.
Well, who'd take those roles? Who'd be working with them?
I don't know, bro, but we got low bat on the recorder. We're just gonna have to draw this podcast to a conclusion.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued. Again, this 3 mic format's pretty dope. We got it down. Again, we're gonna try to get more people on. Maybe 4th mic soon. No, again, you got equipment? Send over. And yeah, you know, maybe some jingles, maybe some music. Who knows? I did mention the clipboard or some shit like that. I'm sure there's a way we can plug that into the mixer. Hopefully, this sounds good. And the whole point of us doing it to begin with. We'll see on the computer. I mean, ideally we want to do it straight to tape, but obviously we got to check what it sounds like first time around, and you know, again, test. You know, again, this does require work. It's not you're just listening to it and they're like, yeah, that's cool. But again, the work does go into this, and again, we're gonna start doing more. So it's me mainly right now, you know, committing into producing more stuff. You know, but again, you got ideas? Boom, I got camera. Let's shoot them. You know. I'm sure we got a couple writers around here help us draw up, you know, some dialogue, you know, some scenes, you know, some scripts, you know, something, you know. It's just, again, let's work on just getting stuff out, you know. But again, just keep a lookout for us, you know, __bugs on Instagram and everything else, I think. I don't really know. I think that's my only social media, Instagram. Facebook, I feel like that's just, you know, family, friends, you know. Let that rock. And just look up Paisa Life on Google. Anywhere there's a search bar, put Paisa Life, look for it, and then subscribe, like, share, all that shit. I hate saying that, but I hear people say it. But I think I'm starting to realize you got to do that because you got to get it out. So definitely share the link so more people can hear it. And then once we see there's more traction, you know, let's make more. You know, let's get this thing being, you know, a real thing. You know what I mean? So we can travel the country and start putting on more prices on how to get this money right. You know. Cause that's why at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We want to hustle to the point where our money right. That's all we want. White people, let us work. That's all we want. All right? Come check me out 24/7. It might be an hour or two when I need to wind down for myself. Don't look at what I do. But besides those 2 hours, the rest of the day, yo, come watch how I sleep. You know, I sleep like an American. Watch how I take a dump. I take a dump just like an American. You know, take a shower. You know, go to work. work, actually work.
Some people don't though.
You
Not,
know,
not, not all people take dumps like
eh,
Americans.
who knows? Who
It's
knows, man?
different.
You know,
It's
so
different.
you know if
Somebody squat game is a thing. There's the squat. Then you can get into what people do when they post wipe. Post wipe, what do you do? Are you flushing that? That should go in the bin. Like what's happening, yo? So it gets
yeah,
interesting.
the statistics I'm sure are there, but the the time does not permit us to continue the thing. But on the cliffhanger and then I guess teaser for future episodes, just check back on us and just fucking subscribe. So this was Spice of Life podcast episode 9, and peace. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, nigga.